Hey guys, it's Allie, and today we are going to do my fall favorites. This is a series that I'm starting where I'm just going to talk about my favorite non-book related things related to the season. So, of course, I'm doing for fall. Now let's go ahead and get into it. We are going to start off with music, the first of which is the Reputation album from Taylor Swift. This was recently released, and I have been loving this album. It's one of my favorites from Taylor Swift, and it's just got this really different feel to it. As much as I don't really like some of the messages in some of the songs, like, I really like the ones about her boyfriend, but like, I really hate Look What You Made Me Do. Like, it's my least favorite song on the album, but the rest of them are like really great. And even though it's a really bitchy song, I freaking love This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things. So every time someone says this is why we can't have nice things, that's the song that immediately pops into my head. That's what I immediately associate that phrase with, and it's just been really great. I am not a huge fan of like the super pop-ish hip hop type crap. Like, if it sounds anything like 1989, I'm kind of like not a huge fan of the song in general because I didn't like it 1989. But I do really love all the other songs, especially when she's talking about Joe, because it's so cute. But really loving the album. I think it's got a lot of variety in relation to like the tracks, and it's like the first half of the album is like sort of an introduction to the kind of stuff she's experimenting with, whereas the last half I would say is more for like the hardcore fans that really like the old Taylor Swift sound, and I think it's got like a nice blend of both, so you can like it either way. So I really love the entire album. It's a very sexy track. I consider it to be the sexier older sister version of 1989, and it's just fabulous. It's not really a specific album. I've just been loving, for some reason, Hollywood Undead. I recently got into them, and I hate the messages in their songs because they're super sexist. However, if I listen to it just as like a party song or just something to like get me pumped, you know, that's what I listen to, because their songs, they're freaking hilarious. They are obscene as hell. And they're not very flattering to women, but they're a lot of fun to listen to, so I've just been really into them. Like, instead of listening to Christmas music this time of year, I've been listening to a lot of Hollywood Undead, and it's just been my jam recently, and I've been really liking it, even though I really shouldn't, but like, I like it. And I don't even really like rap all that much, but I love the combination of the rap and the rock. I think it blends really well together, and I have just been really enjoying them. I also have been getting into This Is Not an Apology, the album by B. Miller. I don't know how, but I suddenly just like, I think I was doing like a Spotify radio thing, and her song came up, and I was like, wow, this is really good. So I've just been like really digging her album and just the sound she has. I think she's absolutely amazing, and I just really love her music. So if you get a chance, you definitely should listen to that album. It's on Spotify, so you can just listen to it online, and it's just fabulous. I freaking love it. Now, I did not see a bunch of movies in fall. Like, normally, like, I see more movies, but like, I have not been seeing a lot, but because it was around Halloween, I did see Twitches because it's one of my all-time favorite Halloween movies ever, and I just really love it. You can see the really bad effects in it, but like, I don't care because I love it so much. It's my heart and soul, and it's my childhood, so I've been really loving that. And I also ended up watching Spider-Man Homecoming, and it's just been my jam. Like, I did not think I would like it as much as I did. Now, there are parts of it that like I'm not a huge fan of, but like overall, it was absolutely hilarious. And I think it was a really good portrayal of Spider-Man, but like I'm still one of those people that's like, are we really doing this again? But you know, it was pretty decent. I don't like that I had to watch like Civil War to be able to really understand it, because personally, I'm not a fan of Avengers. I don't watch those movies. I've watched the first Avengers, and I'm just not a big fan of it, so I just have not watched any of the other ones. I think there's way too many movies personally, but that's a completely different discussion for a different time. So, while I've been neglecting in movies, I have been really digging a lot of TV. I've watched so much TV, it's absolutely sickening. But because it's Halloween, I do this every single year. I rewatched The Secret Circle, the only season, because they canceled it, and I was real upset when it happened, but just a very creepy but like also just a really addicting show, and it just screams Halloween. It's just, oh, it's so good. It's so good. I mean, it's about witches, so of course it's Halloween, but like it's got all this darkness with like demons and witch hunters, and I freaking love it. It's great. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend that you do. I also have been watching The Voice. I missed this past season, but I have been watching this season, and it's been reminding me why I love the show so much. I think that the coaches are great. I think the artists are absolutely fantastic this year, and it's just been my favorite thing. So I've been keeping up with it surprisingly, so thank you, Hulu. And I've just been really loving it. So another show you should definitely watch. I don't watch a lot of reality TV, but like that's one of them. And if you have been living under a rug and you aren't sure what this is, I've been watching Stranger Things season 2, and holy mother of God, was it insane this season. Now, there were a couple episodes I was kind of like with, but overall I think it was absolutely fantastic. All of the characters are my heart and soul. Steve, oh my lord, I freaking love him. And I just love the entire cast. They're so good. Oh my god. So, I honestly don't know what you're doing with your life if you haven't watched Stranger Things, because it's absolutely amazing. And it's one of the best acted shows I've seen in a while. Those actors are so good. And I am anticipating hardcore season 3. I also recently got into Riverdale. Like, that was one of the shows I was kind of like, I'm not really gonna watch that. So I decided to watch the full season on Netflix, and I binged the entire thing in like 2 days because it was so good. I didn't really know what it was about. I was just like, it's a show, but I don't think I'm gonna watch it. And I ended up really liking it. I love the characters. I am just a really big fan of Bughead because cuties, and I am currently watching season 2. I'm a couple weeks behind, but like I'm watching it, and oh man, it has me shooketh. It's just getting so crazy. It gets crazy so fast, and I'm really loving this season. It's like really pushing the limits of the show, but overall it's like one of the best shows I've seen in a long time, and I highly recommend you watch it. It's so overhyped, but like it's worth the hype in my opinion, so definitely check it out. For some reason, I ended up getting into True Blood, which has been gone for a while, but like I was like, I need something to watch. It's on Amazon Prime, and like my friend Megan was like, Allie, you would really like this. You love vampires. So, you know, I watched it, and I only got through like the first 4 seasons before I stopped watching for some reason. I do this with a lot of shows, like it's not really surprising. But I was really loving it. It's so addicting. Even if you're not a fan of the storyline, it's just so addicting you want to watch anyway. Just because it's so interesting. There's a lot of hot guys, and I am just like, I am trash for True Blood, and I honestly need to finish that show because it's so good, but priorities. But it's not really an old show, but like it's not continually airing, and it's worth it just to watch it, even if you can get past the main character's horrible acting. Like, I cannot stand the main character, but I like all the other characters, so like it's just a really witty and fun and dark, but like also very sexy show, and I am really digging it. I know I'm so late to this bandwagon, but I also got into Game of Thrones. I watched the first 2 seasons, and I have really been enjoying that. I haven't picked it back up because my trial kind of ran out with the HBO Now, and I'm not paying like 15 bucks a month just for Game of Thrones. I'm sorry. I can't do it. So I'm probably just going to borrow my cousin's copy of the seasons, but it's really good. I am a big fan, and I just didn't think it's not really been my thing. Like, I think it took me 5 times before I could get into it. Like, it took me 5 tries to finally get into it. And then I was a huge fan, and I love this show. It's so good. It's so complex. The characters infuriate me, but it is so good, and I really need to finish it. Maybe I'll do that over the summer or something, because I really do not have time with finals, but it's definitely something I plan to do soon, sometime. We'll see. Now, this is like a kind of different show than what I normally watch, but like I've really been getting into Law & Order SVU. I've been getting into it the past couple of seasons, like I just watch it here and there with my mom, and then it was on Hulu, so like I've been like binge watching it, and it's so freaking good. I love it so much. Even though it's like season 19, I think, it's so good. There's still so much depth to the characters, and there's so many different cases. It's never repetitive, and it's just a really interesting show to watch, and it really infuriates me about some of the episodes because they really tackle like difficult topics related to just, you know, rape culture, of course, and then like also the LGBT community, because there was one episode featuring an attack on a transgender teen. So it's just a really diverse show, and I really like it a lot. Now, some of you may not have heard of this, but I've also been getting into Gifted, which is on Hulu, and it's a Fox show, I think, and it is like a spin-off of like the X-Men. So like it features characters from the X-Men, like not the mainstream characters, but like I think there's definitely at least one character from Days of Future Past which is in it, and as soon as I found out it was related to X-Men, I was on board. I am down with this shit. I am trash for X-Men. And it is so good. I love it so much. Plus, one of the main characters is a character from True Blood, so like I was automatically interested. And it's so good. I highly recommend it. It's so well written. The special effects are so great. It's like movie type effects, but like it's in a TV show. And the actors are so great. The storyline's so great. It's just a great show, and I definitely recommend if you get a chance to watch it. It's not even very long. I'm not sure if the season's over yet, but I know there's only supposed to be like 8 episodes in the first season. So like I am really excited to finish it, and so like it's definitely easy to binge where it's not very many episodes, so I definitely recommend you check it out. And the last show, it's another random one that I've gotten into, but it's Rizzoli and Isles, which has been off the air for a couple of years. But, you know, I used to watch it with like my mom because that was like one of her all-time favorite shows. And then I just, you know, watched it here and there, but like I started it back from the first season. I forget which season I'm on, like 3 or 4. And it's so good. Like, it's absolutely hilarious. I feel so much for the characters, and it's just my everything. I did not think I would like it as much as I did, but man, it's so good, and I'm definitely hoping to finish it very soon. But like also, I don't want to finish it because then it's gonna be over. But it's very, very good. Now let's just move on to a little bit of some random things. Which one is this Starbucks mocha Keurig stuff. It's like coffee, but like it doesn't taste like coffee, which is why I like it, because it's really expensive. It's not cheap, but it's totally worth it because I freaking hate coffee, but like I can't taste the coffee with this, so like it's great. And I don't even hardly have to add anything to it. And it's super easy to make before class. It's how I survive most of my classes, and it's just been really great, so I've really been enjoying this. And another thing I've really been liking is this mug. Like, I have several of these mugs, but like I got these from like the Dollar Tree. It was literally $1. It's not paper, it's plastic. You can wash it in a dishwasher, and it really keeps the beverage warm, so like this has been a must for me going to class. And plus it has like the Starbucks things that you use to keep your hands from like burning, and so it's just been really convenient for me to take to class. So I've been really loving this as well. And there you have it. Those were all of my fall favorites. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and definitely let me know if you think I should continue on with these seasonal videos, so comment down below. I would love to know your input. And that is going to be it for this video today. So thank you all so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.